膝の状態が懸念される大谷翔平。現地のファンから頼むから休ませてくれと悲鳴の嵐。海外ファンの反応。大谷翔平選手の疲労蓄積や膝の状態について、現地のドジャースファンの間でも心配の声が急速に広がっています。シーズンを通してほぼ休みなく出場し続ける大谷選手に対し、ファンからは、今は無理をする時期ではない、ポストシーズンのために休養を取るべきだ、といったコメントが多数寄せられています。究極の目標であるワールドシリーズ制覇を見据え、ファンの間では、徹底した体調管理、ロードマネジメントを求める声が圧倒的です。実際のファンのリアルな声とその日本語訳をまとめました。とにかく休ませて、長期休養を求める声。ファンからは数日どころか、1週間から数週間の休養を求める声が多く上がっています。彼はどの選手よりも多く試合に出ている。年齢を重ねるにつれて、休養日を与える必要があるよ。時の流れ。おい。には誰も勝てないんだから。彼に10日間の休みを与えてやってくれ。今のドジャースで誰よりも試合に出ているじゃないか。1週間丸ごと休ませてあげて。数日だけでも休ませてあげてほしい。育児休暇でも与えて、ゆっくりするように言えばいいんだ。翔平にはそれだけの権利があるよ。すべてはポストシーズンのために、頂点を見据えるファンたち。レギュラーシーズンの目先の勝利よりも、秋のポストシーズンを最優先に考えるべきだという意見も目立ちます。必要なら1ヶ月間休ませたっていい。一番大事なのは、究極の目標、ワールドシリーズ制覇、なんだから。これだとドジャースはポストシーズンに翔平が打者として出てくれるだけでもラッキーって状況になるかもな。これからの2、3週間は試合に出さず、膝を完全に治させる時期かもしれない。レーブ、ロバーツ監督は、8月いっぱいは選手の負担を管理、ロードマネジメントして勝率5割で乗り切り、9月に勝負をかければいいんだよ。監督の起用法や IL、負傷者リスト、入りを危惧する声。ロバーツ監督の采配に対する不信感や大きな怪我につながる前兆ではないかと不安視するコメントも寄せられています。正直なところ、何か大きなこと、大怪我が起こる前に10日間の負傷者リスト入りが必要だと思う。ロバーツ監督の1日休ませようはいつも結局IL、負傷者リスト入りにつながるんだよな。あれは監督の隠語だよ。今夜のマリナーズの投手、戦でプレーさせて、明日のスアレス戦で休ませるべきだったのに。やばいね。まとめ、現地のファンは目前の試合結果よりも、大谷選手の健康状態とポストシーズンでの活躍を何より重視しています。無理をさせずに万全の状態で10月を迎えてほしい、というファンの切実な願いがコメント欄に溢れています。
This just more of giving him a day to reset, or does this come just with kind of the news he shared about Spice up being a little sore, and of course he's still battling that knee irritation?
This is more of just the soreness of the knee. Yesterday went in there for some treatment, and then so I think that talking to the training staff, it was just best to let's just give him a day, swing the bat really well, but just so it again doesn't turn into something that it shouldn't, that we can prevent. That's kind of the thought. Going into yesterday, I expect him to play today, but then I appreciate him saying that there's some soreness to then allow me to make a decision what is in his best interest, and that's what we're doing.
We've seen you manage him a little bit differently this year, just in general, to help protect him as he's gone back to his full self. But do you see trying to potentially give him some more time here and there right now as he does try to manage this knee?
I think it's more of just, I appreciate the communication, and I can't read minds, the training staff can't read minds, so just for him to communicate that then allows for us to make a decision. So, after tonight's day off, he could come back and feel refreshed and play the next, call it 4 or 5 before the next off day. Or feel after 3 games that I'm a little sore again and need a blow. And so for me, all I ask is the honest communication with him. And again, that's what he did, and that's helpful.
Did anything happen during the game yesterday that maybe triggered some more? I know he had said recently that it had been improving a little bit.
You know what? I don't think there was one incident. I think that the last couple of days he's been on base a lot more, so I think that's been a good thing in one sense. Whereas the last part of the road trip he wasn't. So I think that there might have been a little something to that.
How confident are you that he'll be back tomorrow?
Very, very confident, yes.
Was there anything in particular that surprised you about the last two games?
Surprised me about the last two games, the amount of homers. That's probably the biggest thing, but you know, we have a chance to win a series. But nothing else. It's still a good team fighting, you know, for something.
How is Shohei's biceps? Is that
Good. I don't know exactly what day he's going to start, but he has been doing the plyos consistently. You know, hopefully this weekend at some point or early next week, he'll start playing catch again and building up.
The fact that this came up just 2 days after an off day gives you concern, makes you think you're going to have to do this fairly often now?
Fair question. I think that I'm trying to restrain from, you know, you know, forecast what's going to happen as opposed to just reading and reacting. So, yeah, you just had 3 days ago, we just had an off day, and then to you know, say that it's some soreness certainly is different than what we've done the last, you know, call it 2 weeks or whatever it's been, right? So is it a trend? I hope not, but if it is, then we've just got to manage it.
Is he fully off today, or is he potentially available off the bench?
He'll be ready off the bench, potentially. We'll see.
The fact, though, that it's not kind of getting noticeably better, right? I mean, the fact that he's still kind of flaring up. I mean, any thoughts of just shutting him down at some point and just, I don't know, giving him 10 days to just get over this thing for good?
You know, it's hard. That's a hard question, and I understand the thought behind it. But it's gotten better over the last few weeks, markedly. He's been a very productive player. But to kind of, as you said, essentially take it out of his hands, you know, shut him down. The player, you trust him, he feels like he can go. He's not 100%. Very few players are 100%. Then what is it? Is it 70%? Is it 80%? Is it 90%? And so I think for me, there's still that conversation, Dylan, where it's like he understands what's the most important part of the season is to come, and he understands his value with our team. And so a player that's been around for as long as he has, that knows his body, it's hard to just take it out of his hands and essentially bench him.
I mean, that said, right, I mean, with the knee thing, I mean, initially, right, obviously having pitching, right, he said it was fine, you know, he could pitch through it. But then it got to a point where you did have to kind of shut him down for pitching.
That's right.
Then it was kind of like, okay, well, it only bothers me pitching, I'm fine hitting. And we've now gotten to this point where, right, he's not in the lineup today.
Right.
So, I know you say you kind of don't want to get into kind of the forecasting business, but it does kind of feel like, you know, obviously, you know, I'm guessing it's better to kind of get it.
I just think that I just don't think that, you know, for us to just kind of, I think there's conversations and being mindful of, again, his value, you know, what we could do, and you've obviously given an option, and so we're talking about this constantly. We are, and nothing should be off the table, and nothing is set in stone. So I think that it's more of, you know, how he feels. This surprised me. So now with this new information, we got to have different conversations.
Does this really kind of come down, I guess, to, I don't know, you guys kind of giving him the respect, I guess, to,
Yeah.
If this were somebody else, maybe you guys would be maybe a little bit more.
We did it with Freddie last year or 2 years ago, you know, and we've done that. I mean, teams do that with players that they're all treated fairly but differently, right? It's kind of, that's part of it.
Is he giving you percentages? Like, does he have to be like really sore to ask for?
I didn't get a percentage from him. I just talked to the trainer, and he just said maybe tonight might be a good day for him to be down, and I said okay.
Dave, has the training staff kind of relayed specifically what kind of treatment he gets, especially on a day like today where he felt
No, today is more of just treatment, R&R, take the mental day, because there's a lot that comes with him as a player, so take it all in. But specific training methods or whatever, I don't get into that, no.
Did you see him today?
Not yet. He just arrived.
So you haven't talked to him or?
Correct.
I just kind of take it that he like really wants to play, right? I mean, seems to really enjoy playing. Like this is something that, I mean, that said, if that right goes too much, I mean, how much responsibility, I guess, maybe do you guys have to kind of tell him like, hey, like we understand that you want to play, but you know, this is even like good for you.
Well, he wanted to play tonight. So I think that to that point, he's not playing tonight.
What's your Blake Snell's outing last night?
Really good. I think that the front office and Mark, they're going to huddle up today. Blake will be back here, and it was very good. He gave it one hit, punched a lot of guys. I think it was 9 in 4 innings, and so yeah, I think the question now is he going to go out and do another rehab to get to 5 and 75, or is that 5 innings going to be with us? So I can't answer that right now.
What goes into that decision? How much of that's just based off like the fact that you do have a spot in your 6-man rotation open right now?
That's part of the calculus, and then, you know, does he feel good about it? Do we feel good about it? There is an opportunity, but we can still manage it if we don't do that. So there's some ways we can go.
Roby's coming off of just back-to-back phenomenal outings. Do you feel like things have really turned for him? Just being down right now, how his stuff is executing his pitches?
I do, but you know, every day's a test, every outing's a test, and you know, you've got to continue to prove it, and you should want to do that. So, but you know, the last couple have been really good, and I do think that there's a real confidence there. There's a real consistent pitch making. I think that the delivery has been as consistent as I've seen it all year. He has command of that split, which is the key to everything for him in his game. So yeah, we'll see, but you know, today's a good test. These guys are certainly, this series, are swinging the bats well, so we'll see what we got.
What are these baseball activities that Smith is doing?
Lifting weights. Kind of, I think he's getting his body moving as far as the cardio part of it. I think that there's some throwing involved, and I'm assuming some swinging. Not sure how aggressive that is, but moving, being active, lifting weights is kind of the floor where we're going.
How quickly do you think this can proceed?
I'm not sure. I think that this is something that's uncharted territory for him, certainly, and you know, we're sort of back at square one. So I just don't know how long that ramp up, and it's kind of every marker, you know, if he feels good that we can keep advancing. But yeah, there's obviously going to be a rehab assignment behind it, so I just don't know. But very confident that it's going to happen, given that he's pain-free and he's doing some things now. All right, thanks, guys.
疲労蓄積に対する懸念が日々高まる中、ロサンゼルス、ドジャースのファンコミュニティは首脳陣に向けて切実な願いを一斉に発信しました。どうか大谷を休ませてくれ。彼は機械じゃない。この先の長い戦いのためには、彼が最も健康な状態でいてくれる必要があるんだ。ファンは、目の前の数勝が日本のスーパースターの懸念される膝の負傷と引き換えにできるものではないことを深く理解しています。スタンドからの声に耳を傾け、大黒柱を守ることの重要性を明確に認識したドジャース首脳陣は、大谷を一定期間スタメンから外し、怪我の完全な回復に集中させるための最適な環境を整えることを正式に決定しました。この決定に関するデーブ・ロバーツ監督の公式コメントは以下の通りです。